Ooh, taking my man home after Chipotle sex in the ooh. Hello. So I know many of you go as me for Halloween. So I thought, because I've seen a lot of y'all run around as me for Halloween and it's not always the look. And I thought for you guys, I would do a look using all products from like the pharmacy, CVS, Walgreens, wherever you go. Because honestly, the application is kind of more important than the price point on the product, because we all know that expensive products doesn't always mean better, and cheap products sometimes can be really fierce. So let's do it. I'm gonna use this CeraVe PM Moisturizing Lotion. And I went to the CVS late last night. I just needed a few items. Honestly, for CVS, this could be one thing. I'm trying to be on a diet and there's a food truck outside my house every day. A lot of you guys have seen me do this before. Glue stick against the grain of the eyebrows. Against. Bitch. So you guys see I'm like doing little circles? You do the little circles because you need to get under the hair. Ooh. Bitch, no one wants your tacos. Actually, people probably do. I'm just gonna take a comb. I mean, don't look at this comb. This comb is dark-sided, but, and brush the hair straight up. The tea is this too, Christine. You have to get the disappearing purple. The normal kind does not work. So I was going against the grain and then I brushed them up and now you go with the direction of the hair. And also don't stress out about it being perfect because honestly for Trixie makeup, we're about to put on so much makeup. Half this is gonna be covered with eyeliner. So now that we're getting to the final layers of this, we can kind of start to worry about the rest of the face. Some of this stuff I've tried and some of this stuff I've not tried. So let's just hope and believe. This we definitely used on tour. This is Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer in matte. I'm gonna go back in and do some more glue. Now this is really advanced. If you are trying to really treat yourself.com for Halloween, go get the big glue stick too, because the big one kind of hugs the whole area. You don't want to get too much glue built up around the brow, but you can go in with a makeup wipe or baby wipe, whatever. These are Beauty 360 Ultra Soft Wipes from CVS. We're at like the final layers here, and this is kind of gross, but you've all seen me do it on television, so what's the difference? You lick the glue because it makes that final layer really slick. So I gotta go in and press, I gotta set this powder. So girl, I don't know, I picked up some stuff and I don't know if it's gonna work, but I got a Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder. Oh, Wet n Wild, don't let me down. This is a little powder puff. This is from Alcone, but you can get them at CVS. They're all literally the same. And we're just gonna press it because we have to set the glue, and also this little bit of pigment in the powder helps start to be like your first coverage. Now we're gonna start with some foundation. This foundation I've actually with before. This is Super Stay Full Coverage. This is wild. Brandon, can you wet this? This is a Total Face Sponge from E.L.F. In the meantime, I'd like to ask you guys to subscribe and follow this new channel. So we're gonna start under the eyes because with my makeup, we do the eyeshadow before the rest of the face. That's looking pretty good. All right, so we gotta do some shadow. And I usually do the shadow while the foundation's kind of wet because it gives it something to stick to. I got this Wet n Wild paint palette. I don't know what's this. I really don't know. What if you're some hooker on Halloween trying to get ready and you can't open this? When you're working with cheap shadows, like I used to do this back in the day, you put a cream base down and you can get more impact. I'm underpainting basically with cream. Ooh, I don't know about this. Okay, I'm kind of taking a fluffier brush, and do you see how that's creating like a gradient? Now when we put shadow down, it's gonna be a lot better. So then under the eye, I don't know, you guys. I'm kind of just using these two, this warm brown and this deep brown. I use a lot of warm browns because I like the way like a warm reddish brown kind of warms up my eye area. So then I'm going with the deep color and I'm kind of, this is happening. I think this is happening. Right now, I'll just work on creating a shape like this, a kind of round gradient. That's going to be like Trixie makeup. I'm just gonna do the other side quick and we'll keep going. So I did both sides. This is a NYX Ultimate Edit Petite palette. And I picked this because it's like red browns. So I'm gonna take this little one, this little like, I don't know, the color doesn't have a name. The color is called number 4. Great. Using a big fluffy brush and like pat, 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 pat. So then as we get to the edge, I'm gonna go in with this lighter one on the end. Yes, God! Then I'm gonna take the dark brown and go in the very pocket of the eye right there. Oh yeah, sorry. People I don't even like are texting me. Don't text me. If you know me, don't text me. If you don't know me, definitely don't text me. So I'm just gonna go back in here with this and start to set the bottom. Oh yeah, that's looking really good. So I'm just gonna do this other side quick. So now, we gotta do the brows. I match my eyeshadows to my brows because who cares? I start in the middle. I start to sketch out the shape. With your brows, you kind of want a gradient. So you want deeper on the ends and lighter on the inside. So I want the outside of the brow deeper, and then I'm switching to the lighter colors to do the inside. So we're not just filling in like paint by number, we're drawing on hairs. So we did one brow, and then I'm gonna go in, we're gonna shape around it using full coverage concealers. I don't know if they're gonna work. This is Wet n Wild Photo Focus Stick Foundation in Porcelain. Let's see what the T is. Oh no, it doesn't look great. This is doing two things. A, it's shaping the brow, and B, it's highlighting the brow bone. And then I wipe off my brush, and I'll just sort of marry the bottom of the concealer to the shadow. And now you have to sketch around the top of the brow as well. Ooh. I feel like doing this makeup, I'm like that girl with the kombucha. Like, no. Well, this foundation is gross. This is gross. I wouldn't buy this. Don't buy this. I think I have something else similar here. L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Stick in Ivory. Oh, this is better. It's also more pigmented. Do you see that? So now we gotta start to shape the rest of the face with the Maybelline 24-Hour Super Stay. This is a good foundation. She agrees. I know, sis. Don't forget your ears. That is like my biggest makeup pet peeve. You cannot forget your ears. So I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild. Oh God, this is, I don't know, girl. I got it because it was $5 and I was trying to really show out for you guys, but. So I kind of do these sections of my face and then down the middle. And then I start to blend it out. Basically, we're adding a lighter color to the high planes of the face. The forehead, the tops of the cheeks, the middle of your like Cupid's bow, your chin. Because when we're feminizing a face, you want higher cheeks, rounder forehead, fuller lip. And that's kind of what we're doing right now. I'm just taking my little ring finger and I'm going around my eyeshadow to like marry it. So now I'm gonna go in, I don't know. I got one of these Wet n Wild sticks in a deeper shade, but I don't know if I see her today. I'm gonna do L'Oreal Infallible. This one's admittedly a little more expensive. This one looks like this. Oh, that's kind of more the correct shade for this. We're gonna have to use the Wet n Wild. Oh, I don't know, sis. So we're gonna do the forehead first, and then men have squarer jaws, so I'm gonna do the jawline. So for the cheek, people mess it up the most. It's the placement from your earlobe, like the bottom of your earlobe, to the corner of your mouth. You do want like a clean line. I just draw it on with the stick, Mary. That's kind of the shape I'm gonna start with. And I will say it's much easier to do both cheeks at the same time because it helps you get some semblance of like symmetry. Now I'm gonna take this sponge, which, oh, don't buy this. And again, we're not scrubbing, we're bouncing because we have to create a gradient from the highlight of the cheek to the low light of the cheek. I'm taking the Infallible stick. The Wet n Wild one is in Chestnut. The Infallible stick is in, I don't know, gal, what are you? It's also Chestnut. And I'm going in, I'm deepening this. Now I'm gonna go in with this Wet n Wild, this porcelain, this really high. It's not good, but we're using it. So right now we have a brown headband. I'm gonna take my little sponge, bounce, bounce, bounce. You better work, you bitch. Look at that. This is turning out. Drugstore product. CVS is shook. You've all seen me do the nose. Everyone makes fun of me, but I'm gonna use this Infallible stick, the light one. Take a little concealer brush, and you guys are gonna gag. Obviously that's a huge difference. You add the contour. I know this seems like a lot, but you picked this Halloween costume, not me. This is my powder. This is Airspun Coty powder. You know that powder, it's like orange with flowers on it and it kind of smells like an old lady. Big puff. And we are really like, getting violent. And the nose, I really don't want to mess that up. Big powder brush. We're gonna go back in with the and we're gonna set the highlights of your face with it. I hope this works. I really don't know. I'm also setting under the same places we highlighted with cream. Then a Fit Me powder and truffle. These are actually pretty good. So I'm gonna go in here. Index card. I like something kind of warm, which is why I use face powder. Going on the forehead. We're gonna deepen the contour. Remember these little shadows? I'm just gonna, right in the pocket by your ear, I'm gonna add a little more depth. I think the contouring is basically done now. It's actually looking pretty good. I'm gonna go in and clean my brows, and especially on the ends, I wanna clean them, so I'm gonna like, time for white eyeliner. I've been using this for like 5 years. This is the NYX gel liner, and this is the whitest, longest wearing, most perfect eyeliner I've ever used in my life. So we're gonna start to do some of the line work around the eye. Start to define under the brow with the white. And now all I have to do is wipe off the brush and bring it down. I also picked up Wet n Wild liquid Catsuit liquid eyeshadow in white, but I'm kind of scared to try it. But let's see what's up. It's kind of good. I'm not even mad. I like how thick this is because it makes me feel like I'm gonna get a clean line and really good coverage. I'm gonna set this white. Look at that. I'm gonna finish that by going in with that little brush from earlier and like redoing the top area. So now I'm gonna go in and do my little eyelid. I'm gonna use this liquid Catsuit Wet n Wild. Let's do it, bitch. See, this liquid is not white enough. That's the problem. I have to do 2 layers. But when you're drawing this lid on, I know this is probably one of the most daunting things. You have to imagine that later on, we're gonna have a thick black liner all the way up here. If you put the lid too far down, you're not gonna have a lid once we draw on the liner. So now we're gonna do eyeliner. I'm taking the NYX white. Look how white this is. It's amazing. Oh, people do this all the time. They do a white line under my eye, under their Trixie eye, that just goes straight across. And that just makes your eye look normal, but we're trying to snatch it up. So when you make the white more pointed down in the middle and less on the outside, we're gonna make the eye look more like up and out, which is like, just, it looks cooler. So this isn't perfect, but it's fine. We're gonna clean it anyway. What you wanna worry about right now is getting it really white. All right, there is one item that you can't get at the drugstore that I am gonna use because it's still really affordable. This is Marshmellow from Trixie Cosmetics. It's a perfect white glitter. This glitter is so soft and so beautiful. And watch how white it is. Oh. We're applying the glitter to eyeliner that's currently still setting, so it's kind of tacky, which is why the glitter is like sticking. Now, because we lost sort of the line here, like look how blurby that is. I'm gonna go in and kind of like start to fix up that line. I just don't wanna see white cream liner spilling over to my shadow. That's kind of what I'm trying to fix. I'm gonna take some more Marshmellow and press it in. Look at that. I believe that glitter is the future. Apply it well and let it lead the way. Suck a d in the alley on Halloween. I'm all talk, nothing like that ever happens to me. All my liner brushes are so dirty, whatever. We're using a dirty liner brush. I think when people think wing liner, they think like a swoop. We want isosceles triangle, so when you turn your head, it's like a whoosh, straight out. Fill it all in. It's starting to look more like Trixie makeup now. Without the eyeliner, it really doesn't look like much. I'm gonna go all the way to the middle, the point, and then up, and connect it. That's giving us the shape we want. So this is the Maybelline Master Precision All Day Liner. I don't know if it lasts all day. If I'm in drag that long, by like hour 8, I'm like, you get what you get. So now I'm gonna do the other side. See, when I turn my head, it looks like straight. You don't want like curvy. You want it to look like whoosh. So this part, we did a lot of liner underneath that's still not cleaned up. Do you see how it's like kind of fuzzy right now? Like I'm taking the liner and I'm creating that precision. And I probably should set this with some black eyeshadow, and I bought a black eyeshadow, but it's from Wet n Wild. Oh, Wet n Wild. Oh, I did it. This is called Color Icon Single Shadow in Panther. I like to set the liner with black shadow. So I'm kind of going all over here. And then right under the eye, to set that liner and smoke it out. Okay, this black shadow is happening for me, sis. I'm wrapping the black shadow around to here. On this side, this black line, not very convincing, but that's gonna look a lot better how it's softened. A really good solution to this under eye, if you guys at home, if yours isn't looking as smooth because you don't have 12 years of drag experience under your belt, you could take a black glitter or silver glitter and press it under it, and it'll really hide a lot of the mistakes. Okay, since that black eyeshadow was good, I'm kind of a believer. I also bought a white shadow. I'm gonna try the white shadow. This is called Sugar. Oh, it's not bad. I'm gonna do the little tip of my nose with the white. Oh, it's like shimmery. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it, make it go away. I'm putting face powder over it. That was shimmery, I take it back. Oh, see, well that kind of works. A complete mood shift. I'm quitting drag. You know, actually, let's do some lips, I guess. Okay, lips, I absolutely know what I'm talking about. For lips, I picked out some NYX products. NYX makes really good lipsticks. I'm telling you, those NYX lip liners are no different, absolutely no different from MAC lip liners. So I picked up natural and mauve lip pencils. Okay, it's like two kind of neutrally colors. So I'm gonna go with mauve first. It's Halloween, if you've never done this before, it's overdrawing. You go way around your lips. And then I'm gonna create like an ombre by taking the natural color and going inside that. If you've never done this before, I think the best way to overdraw lips, especially the top, start on the end. Give yourself like a, do you want it this big, this big? Let's say I want it there. And then go to your middle and be like, how high up do I want it? Here. And then all you gotta do is connect them. This is the natural lip pencil. I'm just doing like a fade ombre. I've used one of these before, these Wet n Wild lip, what are they called? Liquid Catsuit lipsticks. I don't know about the smell. Did you see it touch my lips and my face just turn like, I don't know. We're not using this. This is gross. Liquid Catsuit High Shine Lipstick. Okay, I accidentally bought a High Shine lipstick. Oops, don't do that. I've used this before. This is Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipstick in pink really hard. I don't believe in this lip color at all. I come up with something else, hold on. We're gonna go hotter, because that's not working for me. This is NYX in Disco Rage. You do one lip like Queen Amidala. My look is cheap. I got it at the Queen Amidala store. I have been using, full stroke. I have been using this lipstick for such a long time. This is kind of like a cousin to Stacy, actually. This is a NYX product. This is Shocking Pink. This is beautiful. Okay, for blush, I'm using kind of a top secret cosmetic product that you guys haven't seen yet, coming from Trixie Cosmetics, and it's beautiful and you're gonna die. Oh, this is cool. I normally wear so many like peachy pinks. This purpley pink is really doing it for me. So I'm just setting the highlights again with this. It's like a finishing touch before we do lashes. All right, we have a mascara that I've had before, but I haven't used it in a very long time. This is Wet n Wild Lash Renegade. I like these little nylon brushes because the Christmas tree brushes don't give me the separation I want. I like these little nylon ones because I can really like get in there. We've made it to lashes. So for lashes, you really can't use drugstore because they don't make big drag queen lashes, but what you can do, I went on Amazon and just typed in 301 lashes, and this entire pack of 12 was only like 20 bucks. So just get these. And what you're gonna do is, you're gonna take each single lash, you're gonna put some glue along the spine, and then you layer them on top of each other like this. Not directly stacked up, because then you're just gonna get like a toothbrush of hair, but you wanna layer them fanning out so that you get like more of a curl. And then I also use some of Acid Betty's like paper lashes, those unicorn lashes, and that gives it like a, you can see on the end, sort of a spike. If you guys wanna see how I stack my lashes, I could do a whole video on it, but for today, it's a lot of drama. At the drugstore, you can get like duo lash glue, but I use hair bonding glue because I'm a drag queen and I guess I don't value my life. Salon Pro 30-second super hair bond glue. I actually don't wanna look at this bottle because I don't wanna be reminded that this probably isn't supposed to go on your eyes. So I'm gonna take it and I go it along the spine. This is after you've stacked them. Like this is probably, I don't know, 7 pairs, just like sandwiched. I mean, you're gonna laugh because I wear my lashes in my crease. So watch how fast I can get these suckers on. So as these dry, I like to kind of like fluff them up because otherwise you're gonna start to get sleepy eyes. For my lashes, I'm gonna use Ardell Demi Wispies. These are really cheap. Look how little these are. Courtney Act wears these for drag. These are her drag lashes. These are her drag lashes. This is a man. I'm just gonna glue on the bottom, like a little strip. Hello. I'm gonna add like one little thing. If you bought a bunch of these, like you should have, I wanna cannibalize some of the spikes from these to put under my eye. So I'm just gonna cut off like 2. I'm gonna take one of those little spikes I just cut off and I'm gonna add it right there. That makes a big difference. I'm not gonna lie. This looks exactly the same as my normal makeup. What am I doing? What a waste of money. I really thought for a second there it maybe wasn't gonna work out. I'm just gonna say this. They don't really make a flat white eyeshadow at the drugstore. Not one that I could find. So I am gonna use like one of my KRYOLAN white eyeshadows. Don't call me a cheater. You don't have to do this. See, that is such a difference from this side to this side. Oh yeah. I bought this, I don't know. I bought this Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder. Do you remember when Fergie was the Wet n Wild spokeswoman for a while? Then she did the national anthem and they were like, never mind, girl. Come on. Yes. Oh. Oh my God, I love it. Oh yeah. No, yeah. Oh, I think that looks good. Yeah, so let's put on the full look and see what's up. Hello, I'm just painting my hands. How are you? So everybody's like, you're a psychopath. Why do you put foundation on your hands? Trixie, you're beautiful, but you're a fascist. Well, you're half right. You know what? Let's go further. You bought that Wet n Wild highlight. You better use it, you f***ing bitch. Down the finger. So look at this, and then look at this. Would you buy a drink for this person? Would you buy a drink for this person? This is the dad who drops his daughter off at the prom. Do you know what I mean? Like, this looks like 2 different people. This looks like an ad between a man and a woman holding hands. I love you. Like, so this is why you paint your hands. And look, these stupid little Kiss Express nails, what are they? Glam Fantasy Ultimate Illusion. I mean, mama, the illusion. Hey, baby. Yeah. Okay, so this is the finished look. I'm not gonna lie, at the end of this looks kind of exactly like my normal makeup that I use my normal products with. Like, maybe the foundation coverage is a little lighter. Like, on my chin area, I can kind of see my skin more, but bitch, just looks the same. Now, does that mean I'm a great makeup artist? No. Does that mean that normally my makeup looks only as good as the cheapest products I could find? Maybe. Happy Halloween. This is how you do Trixie on very cheap makeup. Remember, it's the application more than it's the price tag. So just take your time and practice, and please tag me in pictures if it turns out good. And if it doesn't, don't tag me. Bye. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.